Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Let's see who was here first. Okay. Lydia Washington, thank you so much for being here first. Fancy, fancy. R. Goret, or is it Gore? And Fu, and let's see, Carlene Beckford. Okay, Lady T, VS Speaks Riley. Hey, VS. And BD 140s. Okay, and Helen Marmon is here. Thank you. And let me see who else. I was trying to get out and go to the store, but I said, oh, it's dark out there. The purge about to start. So it ain't nothing I can't get tomorrow. You know what I mean? Hey, Lambert Charles. Elaine Parker at this hour. Thank you so much, Elaine Parker. Joy Amore. Yeah, I wanted to run to the store right quick, but because the purge about to start. Can't go out there during the purge. You know how that movie ended. Never know who got it in for you. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Let me see here. Okay, well, I got everything ready. Can you believe that? Keep calm and harry on. Huh? Huh? Keep calm and harry on. Or, like I always say, Montecito, where there are no leaks. Well, long before that, there was a phrase. Actually, this was signage that they were planning to mass produce. I think it was during World War II or was it World War One? And it was keep calm and carry on. But apparently, the sign was more widely used long after the war than it was during the war. So, at least that's what I heard. Okay, Denise Dublin, thank you for being here. Leisha, Mama Jane, B. Martin, Lola Love, Sarah Turner, Winsome Jones. Hello, Winsome Jones. I like that name, Winsome. I can't seem to forget you. Your wind song stays on my mind. Wind Song by Prince Machiavelli. See, that song is going to get stuck in my head again. Anything that sounds remotely close, and that song just pops in my head. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. I can't seem to forget you. Your wind song stays on my mind. Okay, Let's get on with it, shall we? Thank you, thank you. Mohamed Al Fayed dies, age 94. Former Harrods and Fulham FC, that's a football team, or is that rugby? Owner passes away peacefully, surrounded by his family, nearly 26 years to the day his son Dodi was killed. Oh, see, they say killed when they're talking about Dodi in a car crash with Princess Diana. See how they word that? Do you see how they word that? It's not my imagination, is it? See how they word that? Uh-oh. MR, thank you so much for the Cash App. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Yes, it's very curious how they word these things. Now, I'm not going to tell you everything about Fayed, but I'll just tell you off the top of my head some of the stuff that I know about him. And that is, he was born in Egypt, I think near Alexandria or in Alexandria. And he had some very, humble roots. And I think it was his father that first kind of struck it rich for the family, or was he the one who brought the money to the family? Well, either way, next thing you know, old Muhammad Al Fayed is a millionaire. Now, there is some controversy about the name Al Fayed. They said Al, it denotes him being a descendant from the aristocracy, Egyptian aristocracy, I would imagine, as a way of promoting himself. Well, I think the person who wrote that should also be willing to be forthright with the information about how the Windsors decided not to use their German names so not to upset anyone. So, yeah, a lot of people change their names. People do it all the time. Like, for instance, Mountbatten, that is supposed to, what is it, Battenberg? I think Mountbatten is supposed to be Battenberg. Even Philip's last name was very German. And they changed the family name to Mountbatten, something that was more Anglophile and less, less dramatic sounding because, of course, they were trying to fit in. So I love the way they reported that after he, died peacefully surrounded by his family and not like his son mysteriously and tragically in a tunnel in Paris. Go figure. Um, yeah, serotonin. He's never Turner. That is he's never gotten his piece. Hello, Judy is here, huh? I see Judy is here. Hello, Judy. No BD. Oh, there we are. Judy must have said, "Thank you so much for being here." Mary H. Okay, lit for Sussex. Yeah, never really got his peace of mind after his son and possibly his future daughter-in-law died tragically and mysteriously in that tunnel in Paris. The daughter-in-law whose children would have had a Muslim stepfather. I hear the royal family was excited about that. I hear they were literally up pacing all night, plotting and scheming, trying to figure out how can we stop that from happening. I heard wink, wink. But either way, it well, almost to the day. So his son died 26 years ago yesterday, and 26 years and a day he's dead. You just could not make that up. You could not make that up. Okay, let me continue here. So, curiously enough, if you guys recall from the one of the worst seasons, if not the worst season of The Crown, when they really decided to just cease all pretense and celebrate the royal family, make everybody look good. we learned about Sydney, who worked as a valet to the Duke of Windsor. And it's a really sweet story how Sydney learned everything one could have learned, um, being born outside of the system, but from a Commonwealth country. Um, he learned everything he could have possibly learned to be a top notch valet. And, well, the Duke of Windsor took a shine to him and actually taught him himself, which probably was, a nice hobby for him later in life, especially after he left, the United Kingdom and moved to France. Probably a good idea for him. And so there's the Duke of Windsor. What was he? Edward the something? I remember. I don't remember. Edward the Eighth? Gosh, I can't remember. I always want to say, well, yeah, I guess it was Edward the Eighth. Anyway, the king was nice enough to not only bring him into this world so far away from where he was, but he was just something about him that caught his attention. He was like, you know what? Why don't you come with us? And well, anyway, Al Fayed, if you haven't seen The Crown, he once the Duke of Windsor died, this man Sidney still had to support his family. I forget his surname, but I'm just calling him Sidney. He had to support his family, and he actually got a job at the Ritz in Paris. And when Al Fayed saw him, he wanted him the heck out of there, away from all of those, very smartly dressed white people. And his son was like, thank you, Sidney Johnson. Thank you. That's probably a bad idea. He used to work for the royal family. He used to work for the Duke of Windsor. And of course, Fayed, that light bulb that served him so well in life, went off in his head. And he was like, huh. So he hired him as his valet to teach him everything that he could about being a proper gentleman. And they became incredibly close. So close that, according to the novel or the docuseries, whatever, not docuseries, the miniseries, according to the series, he actually took care of Mr. Johnson as he was also slowly dying from cancer. So, very, very sweet story. Made sure that he was given a proper send off and everything. So that was like the one thing in all of The Crown. Well, no, I shouldn't say the one, but for like the last season, I guess, that was the one thing in all of The Crown that I have to say really caught me by surprise. I was not expecting that story. And to tell you how it was inevitable that I would, experience that with The Crown, you see the photo of Sydney holding the, what are those, pugs or French bulldogs? Whatever they are. I actually saved that photo thinking that it might come in handy one day. Well, little did I know. And as soon as I saw this character on the series, I'm like, oh, that's who that is. Yeah, sometimes when a photo catches my eye, I'm just like, that's interesting. I might need that one day. So I just grabbed it. And so I actually had it already. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let me see. Here we go. I'm out of order already. Where's the house? Oh, the house is... Okay, I'm out of order. Huh, there it is. All right, so that is the house. So Mohamed Al Fayed, tycoon whose son died with Diana, is dead at 94. An Egyptian businessman, he built an empire of trophy properties in London, Paris, and elsewhere, but it was overshadowed by the fatal car crash that stunned the world. Now, as you can see right there, he's holding that piece of paper that says, 85% says Diana was wiped out. And he actually went to the coroner's inquest, and, after everything was complete, he said, I am going to leave my vengeance to God. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. But he still maintains that there was something nefarious that happened. Um, but I guess another reason why he probably wanted to back down is because once they have accused his driver of being the culprit, well, anything could have happened at that point. So it was probably better just to leave it be. Fayed in 2003 outside of Court of Sessions in Edinburgh, where a judge was asked to consider whether the car crash that killed Diana, Princess of Wales, and his son Dodi was caused deliberately. David Cheskin, that was a reporter, never mind. But, well, everybody has their feelings about that. Now, the mansion that you see there, that is the house where he lived. I believe they call it Villa Windsor nowadays. Well, that is where the Duke of Windsor and Wallis Simpson, I guess the Duchess of Windsor, that is where they lived out their lives, and it um, actually was leased to Fayed for 50 years. So when he took over the lease of this property, which was in a state of disgrace, they had a massive renovation. And of course, according to the Crown, he was hoping to attract the Queen to come and visit. Now, I think the Crown may have taken some license because it didn't make him look very good. It made him look like a buffoon. And anyone who has died and left a $2 billion empire could not be that hard up when it comes to good sense. So um, obviously, he used his money for access, and that is something that has always gone a long way anywhere in the world. It says here it's a colonial empire fantasy. Mr. Fayed told the New York Times in 1995, anyone who comes from a colony, as Egypt was before, they think he's nothing. So you prove you're better than they are. You do things that are the talk of the town, and they think, how can he? He's only an Egyptian. And that is how he managed to push his way into the aristocracy, but never became an aristocrat himself. As a matter of fact, I'm not even sure he ever got his citizenship. Of course, two of his kids were born there, so that was no problem. But as for him, I'm not sure he ever got his citizenship. Although he employed thousands of people over the years, he owned a lot of property, but somehow I believe that evaded him. Judy says Diana is waiting for Charles to knock on the door. uh, yeah, I could imagine that. But thank you so much for that, Judy. But who's to say that Charles is going to go up instead of down on the on his transition to the great beyond? Maybe he's not going up. Maybe he's going down. Let's see here. Okay, and Lynn E says, Happy September, everyone. Happy King of Hearts month. Happy Invictus month. Thank you so much for that. And yes, Harry is our King of Hearts. And this is, of course, Sussex season when the Sussexes are going to Sussex. That's what they do. I always say, let the Sussexes Sussex. Just watch them Sussex. They're going to Sussex all over the place. And it is going to be amazing. Okay. Let me move on. Oh, now I think I have to go back and I thought for sure I had put everything right before I started. Apparently not. Okay, well, I'm not that far off, so let me go back and then we'll get back on track again. Let me see. As the song says, ooh, and it's all right, and it's coming on. We gotta get right back to where we started from. Love is good, love could be strong. We gotta get right back to where we started from. Remember the day, that sunny day. Da, 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 da. Okay, so there we go. Heart of Invictus. I do hope that all of you all went to the IMDb and rated the Hearts of Invictus. Now, as they say, the devil is in the details. Well, the devil has been all over the IMDb for Hearts of Invictus, and I will show you why. But if you take a look up in the upper right corner, there is a blue star. There are actually 10 stars when you click on the stars up there. I think you click on the gold one and then the blue ones pop up. I think that's how that works. Anyway, it gives you an opportunity to rate this amazing series. It will change the way you feel about competitive sports for physically challenged people. So there you go. Let me see. Lydia has the link right there. Let me see if I can grab that. Okay. And got it. Okay, I'm going to pin that to the top of the chat. As per usual. Very good. All right. That is done. Mission accomplished. And I did restart my computer finally. So hopefully it won't lock up on me. Something I've been meaning to do for days, and I finally got around to it. Okay, so again, that is the IMDb. Make sure you go over there and give it a perfect 10, assuming that you watched it already. But if you haven't and you know you're going to watch it and you know you're going to love it, do it anyway, because I promise you, a lot of the derangers have been over there messing around with it. I mean, they couldn't wait. And they even said that one of those hate channel people were even instructing some of their viewers to go over there and do that. Hello, Helen Groen. Thank you so much for being here. So, this is the details that I was mentioning. So, right there, you can see IMDb rating. Rating is way to help keep it reliable. Okay. So, we're going to depend on that. But unfortunately, there is a lot of derangers and possibly bots that have been fooling around with things. So in the United States, 68.1% of the people has given it a 10. And then if you go to the next one, the 9, there's another 2.3%. So let's say that that's a handful of people who just did not want to declare it perfect. I can understand that. No, I don't. They should have. But then, if you take a look in between, there's really no halfway point. There's only a handful of people that bothered to do that. But then work your way all the way down to the bottom, and there is 23.2% that just hated it. Obviously, they hated it. How is that possible? I can see if but that vote is for people that are striking out against the Sussexes. That's clearly all there is to it. Those are people that are striking out against the Sussexes. Yeah, I understand, Charles Lambert. Lambert Charles, you could do a little math and figure out how that seems possible. So until we know better, right? Okay, the next one there, you can see the United Kingdom. Well, you can almost see it. It's covered a bit, but let me. All right, so in the United Kingdom, 56.4% gave it a 10, followed by 1% that gave it a 9. 8%, I'm sorry, what am I saying percent? Uh, 2.7% gave it an 8. And then if you go down to the bottom, there's that 34.2% that gave it a 1, right? They gave it a 1. So I won't pretend that I know it absolutely what's in people's heads, but it's kind of like with the MAGA people, and probably the same for the Brexit people. I wonder about that. When it comes to the Orange Menace, Donald Trump, there is about it can be as high as 39% of people who would vote for him tomorrow. And no matter what, they believe in him. Okay? It always stays in about the 30%. And so maybe there's just that 30% or more in society that will buy just about anything. But maybe not, because how do you explain Canada? If you go down to Canada, wow, it pretty much mirrors the United States, doesn't it? 68%, followed by 24%, 24.2% that gave it a 1. And then there's a course in between. So I would say in North America, the Sussexes, well, the heart of Invictus is doing extremely well. Extremely well. But that is not the best score that you're going to find. Let's continue. So, Australia, oh boy, 50%, not 50.1, not 49.9, but 50% of the people love it, gave it a 10. And then if you go to the bottom, 42%, which is kind of a high number, 42% of the people have no use for it. They gave it a 1. Now, let's get over to South Africa. South Africa, by far, seems to be the most when it comes to appreciation of the series. 85.3%. The highest that I could find in an English-speaking country, 85.3%. That's huge. And the ones that gave it a 1, well, that's just 11.8%. Barely anything in between. I mean, look at that. In between, nothing. So now, here's the interesting thing. You see the numbers for the people who actually have participated. If I'm correct, 29 people gave it a 10 in South Africa. And that's the people that went on the IMDb, well, you know that. Which means that you must go to the Netflix and rate it. And of course, in both cases, you can leave your comment. Take a look at the United States. I mean, it's hard for me to believe this, but only 1,200 people gave it their vote for a 10. And the second amount is 402 people that gave it a 1. So, as they say during election time, every vote counts. So, it's not a lot of people, which is why if we get over there and do what we're supposed to do, we can push that number way up. Wouldn't be a lot of trouble. So I don't even know if you have to start an account to do that. I think you can just do it. So there you go. Okay. And then, let's see, we did that. And that is out of order. Now, congratulations, Sussex Squad. The Centibale has exceeded 40 $40,000. Yes, we've raised over $40,000. And it's not too late to add more to the pile because, as you know, it's from the Duchess' birthday to Harry's birthday. And Harry's birthday will be celebrated while they are at the Invictus Games. So you got all that time, not a lot, but you got all that time to make your generous contribution. It's not too late. You think so, Susie Q? Now, you know what? I actually put in my star before I opened my account. I am pretty sure that I was able to do my star first because when I tried to go back and do it, it was already done. So unless I have been taking deliveries from Uncle Gary, I'm pretty sure that you don't. But even if you have to, it is completely free. So no reason not to do it. Oh, Lady T has it. $40,488 to be exact. Thank you very much for those figures. Greatly appreciate it. All right. And then there's this. E.T. got a chance to speak with Pham and Skidmore. Wow, that would be an interesting law firm. The law firm of Pham and Skidmore via video chat on Wednesday, and the friends opened up about the surreal and exciting screening experience. We were a little bit surprised when we walked up to the movie theater because it's not the most fancy movie theater, Skidmore shared. Things just seemed pretty low-key, like for a Monday night at a movie theater. I was truly shocked, Skidmore said of Harry's appearance. I had no inkling of even the remote possibility of him coming. I think the whole audience is still shocked that, we had to sit there the whole time as well and watch an episode and realize, oh my God, he's literally just sitting with us, Pham recalls excitedly. It was amazing. As a matter of fact, I have a sound bite, and I'm pretty sure it's going to say the same thing. So why don't I just get the sound bite for you? And by the way, you guys, Lydia has added the link for the fundraiser. Let me go ahead and pin that to the top of the chat in case someone wants to hop over there and do that. There you go. That's the link to the fundraiser. Now, that is Skidmore in the upper right, and that is Pham at the bottom. And, the soundbite. Get that set up for you. The soundbite. Yes, there we go.
Prince Harry made a surprise appearance Monday night at a USO screening for Heart of Invictus in San Diego.
You guys get to watch it tonight, or at least 2 episodes?
I think it took a lot of people a minute to realize, oh my God, that's the Duke.
This morning, we spoke with 2 fans who snapped selfies with the prince.
I was like squeezing her arm.
What was it like to meet him?
Well, I talked to my mom and she was like, so did you tell him that he was your Prince Charming growing up? I told Grace and I was like, I'm just honored he crashed our hangout. And then he sat with us and just watched the movie.
Prince Harry made a surprise appearance Monday night at a USO.
So, of course, that is Pham who spoke first, and followed by Grace Ann Skidmore. I bet you her family calls her Gracie Ann. Anyway, they were very bubbly, very excited about it. And of course, they spoke to E.T. in Canada. Very cool. All right. And right there's the selfie that they took. As you can see, Harry just jumped right in there with them and smiled. I would imagine that would be quite surreal to be in a little dinky theater like that. And then next thing you know, Enters the Prince of Wales. What am I saying, Prince of Wales? Enters Prince Harry. Here I go again. All right, and then of course there is the big wide angle view of the room. Very cool. I wonder who brought the USO sign. I'm gonna guess the guy in the blazer, or maybe one of those ladies up front that have the patches on their jackets, on their blazers or whatever. Yeah, probably one of them. So very cool. What a great experience. Now, this gentleman, you may recognize him. That is Darnell Ling. That is the guy sitting to the right side of the screen. Darnell had to overcome quite a few struggles in the Heart of Invictus video or series. I won't tell you exactly what his issues were, but to see him smiling like that almost seemed impossible from the very start. I had so much anxiety watching him with his situation. I also had a lot of anxiety watching Craig George is his name, right? Watching his situation. As a matter of fact, a lot of anxiety, but not in a bad way, just in a very empathetic way. Let's see. Oh, thank you very much. I won't say the name, but thank you, L, for the Venmo. I hardly ever get those, so that's always a treat. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, so that is all right, the CMAH Halifax Dartmouth branch. I believe that is a mental health something in Canada. And this was a posting that they made. So I don't know if they have a relationship with Darnell or if they are just actually using his situation that is with the Invictus Games to promote the outreach of their agency. But whatever the case may be, it's good to see him smiling, and perhaps that's a resource that he has been in touch with, because apparently, from what I hear, is that there was counseling that takes place for the athletes the entire time, that I believe while they're training and also during the Invictus Games, they get counseling. What a brilliant idea. What a brilliant idea. And I have to tell you, if you have not seen it, you really should. Those people, I have so much respect for how vulnerable they were for everyone's sake, for everyone's benefit. They exposed themselves and they were completely vulnerable. And for people who say, I couldn't do that, I wouldn't want to do that, that is why I am so appreciative of them, because they really put it out there. And I can't help but think that they realize that what they are experiencing, what they are saying, everything that they're doing is going to benefit so many people who otherwise would be afraid to ask for help, would be afraid to speak up, would be afraid to leave the house, to be around family and such. So war does a lot of things to people, but as we found out from the Invictus Games, some of the wounds happened long before they signed up to the military. And that is the conversation that Harry was having at the beginning of it, that conversation that he's been having for years now. And every time Harry tries to talk about his feelings, try to talk about his experience, the first thing that the royal family and that group of sycophants that surround them, the tabloid media, the first thing they want to do is shut him down. And because of that, You have the derangers. You have people that supposedly support the royal family, but yet they spend their entire day targeting Harry and Meghan. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Especially the ones that are supposed to be of African descent or biracial that don't have any other type of tweet on their Twitter. They don't have any other issues or topics on their Instagram or their TikTok. But every day, and I mean without fail, every day is Meghan and Harry and nothing else. Not a thing. Incredible. Incredible. Not that I think that every black person should carry a banner for civil rights, but it does make one wonder, doesn't it? It does strike your curiosity exactly who is on the other side of the screen, who's on the other end of the keyboard. Does make you wonder. Is it a bot? Is it a middle-aged white housewife who just wakes up to hate every day? As we found out from Christopher Bosie, the demographics of those who hate. And mind you, it is a minority of people, even if that is the case. Even if it is proven, it doesn't speak for every middle-aged white woman. It speaks for a particular group that have joined together, like, for instance, the antique dealer or the one who used to go to the resale shops, who one day decided to talk about Meghan Markle. And now she can give a rat's behind about a piece of bric-a-brac, about some old 1970s hand-blown ashtray. It's Meghan, Meghan, Meghan. And even used the channel to gather a defense fund just in case somebody comes after her. I don't know whatever happened to that money. I ain't going to think about it. But that is what's going on. So, and these are the people that they will target, is anyone who found themselves in that docuseries. That is really, really awful. I couldn't see myself going on to any of the royal sites, and I do mean for the royal family, or charity that they support, or anything else. I say what I have to say over here. I don't even go after the derangers. And yet they always come to target us. Anybody who has anything nice to say about the Sussex, they're targeted. A charity, targeted. Little kids, targeted. It does not matter. Yeah, B. Martin. I don't know what could be done about it, especially since what's his name, Musk has taken over the Twitter and turned it into that other thing. I don't know what can be done about it. I guess, as Petal was saying earlier, it would be best just to go about your business and let them wallow in their hatred, because it is good to set the record straight, but changing hearts and minds, especially after the propaganda has been so deeply ingrained in their psyche, is almost impossible at this point. Anyone who does that has a certain quality about themselves that made them open and available to it. There was something there already. Those are people who every day make the case. They wake up every day to make the case, and at this hour, at this far into these attacks, that you still hear people declaring that the children are not real or that she was never pregnant. And that is something that they say, just as they will say that the election was stolen. There were weapons of mass destruction, and so on, and so on. And of course, we do need to continue, but I'm just going to say this again. When that kid lost contact, or should I say, when he moved away from his mother's house, and then he found out that she deleted herself. And as he was finding out things about his mother, the middle-aged housewife, he found out that she was going after the McCain kids, the not kids, but the parents of Madeline McCain. Every day, she was his keyboard warrior, and he never knew it. And when she got found out, and she was so embarrassed and afraid, that's when she decided that she didn't want to be here anymore. And I cannot help but think that that describes a lot of the derangers. I can't help but think that describes a lot of the derangers. It has become their world. That is their world. And day after day, they're looking for another clue so that they could finally rid the earth of the Sussexes. How ominous. Wow. Let me see. What is that? It's Karen's Kins, Orange Folks, Unroyals, and the others who like them. Have no life. They're miserable and want others to be miserable. Sad group. Yeah. But you guys remember, it's a minority of people. Definitely not the larger portion of society. It just seems more than what it is. But these are just a minority of people that if it wasn't the Sussexes, it would be someone else. It would easily be someone else. Probably someone of color, I'm sure. But it would be someone else. Now, Yulia, Tyra, Paievska, where is the Ukrainian veteran now? Where is she? Now, having watched the series, I have to say, I would probably, you know what? I shouldn't say that I have a favorite because I loved all of them. I love all of them. So I should not say I have a favorite. This rock star, and I mean that her personality, she just seems like she's in a band, you know. I'm always expecting for her to pull out a bass guitar or something. But she is a bad mother, hush your mouth, as they used to say on the Shaft song. She is as tough as nails. I don't have a description for it. She's just tough. And it almost makes me embarrassed for how, I guess, simple my day-to-day life is when you see a real hero out there doing things. She cussed like a sailor. She has been tortured and who knows what else. But and still she's there. She's a mother. She has a partner, a husband. And she is just one of the guys. I don't have words for her, but she is a lot of things. She wears a lot of hats, and it's incredible to know that someone like this truly exists. Helene say they never say those things with their full names or in your face. These haters hide behind fake accounts. How tragic. It really is. It really is. I told you guys I had that one that was doing screenshots trying to take down the Royal Sussex, and it was so methodical the way she had targeted not just my channel but a few of them, and she would send these screenshots. She would tag them to the whatever executive at the YouTube. She'd tag it to someone here, someone there, you name it, but it was all methodical. I mean, it was very well thought out. In most cases, people did not respond. And thank you to the squatty who warned me about this person. I didn't know because she had blocked me. I had to find my burner account to find her. But when I did, oh boy, I took some screenshots of my own. Thank you, Helen. So this is where she is. As a matter of fact, she's not in Washington right now, but Yulia actually has been to Washington, I think last May. She went there to collect an award. I don't know what it is. I could not figure out the name of it. But you can see Jill Biden dressed in Ukraine blue with gold buttons. And you can see, I think his name is Anthony Blinken. I think he's the Secretary of State now. And that is, of course, I think that is that the East Room of the White House. I think that's the White House. I don't know which room. And on the right side, you can see that she is probably in the red room. If I'm correct, I'm looking at the upholstery on the chair, but there's a blue room, a green room, and a red room. And if she's in the red room, she is by the Truman balcony. Well, it's the South Portico. I think they call that the South Portico. North Portico is the square one, and the rounded one is the south, I think. And if you examine the windows, you can see in the distance, there's the Washington Monument. So she has literally gone from rescuing people in the trenches, on the streets, in burned out buildings. And somehow this wife, mother, volunteer ambulance driver, and I think years ago she was actually a paid paramedic, but she didn't stop because the money stopped, because she wants to serve. And so there she is at the White House. I mean, unbelievable. But that's what happens to people when they are willing to risk everything to help anybody. And her daughter, even, as much as it pained her the first time her mom went away, it's just understood. Her husband, it's just understood. I cannot say enough about her. It's incredible the life that she has. Incredible. And right there, I think that's the husband. And her daughter had red hair at one time, but I think that's her daughter on the right side in the white jacket. So, but yeah, there she is. Rock on. She's got the distressed jeans. She's wearing her revolutionary scarf. And of course, a biker's jacket. I mean, she's tough as they come. I'm not sure. I think I'm falling in love. I can't be for certain. And it looks like they're outside of a medical center or a pharmacy or both. But yeah, she's amazing. And then right here, you can see her softer side. And then you can see, she says that she has a dual personality. She said there's two people. And when it is time to go and serve, that's when Yulia comes out. But otherwise, let me see. She has, where's the name at? Yeah. So, oh, no, not Yulia. Tyra. Tyra is the one that drives the ambulance. Tyra is the one who was taken hostage by the Russian forces. That's Tyra. So Tyra is not her middle name. That is her alter ego. That is the armor that she puts on when she has to go out there and do her stuff. So there's, mom at home rubbing a dog, and then there is mom in the battlefield, in the trenches. Incredible. Yeah, absolutely, B. Martin. Absolutely. Right? I just, um, and listen, if you guys haven't seen it by now, I can't stress how much you really should. I'm gonna have to tell you, she had a camera that was given to her by the production team. So she was able to film certain parts of things behind the scenes or, discreetly by herself. As a matter of fact, there were times when she openly wore a camera to record things. And when she was abducted, let me put it to you like this. And they actually mentioned this at the White House, which is the only reason why I'm repeating it. During the ceremony at the White House, it was mentioned in front of everybody in the room that the hard drive or SD card, whatever had the video, she actually hid it in a secret, undisclosed location that kind of puts you in mind of Charles III. That's the only way I could describe it. It's it was mentioned in that famous phone call between Charles and Camilla. That is how she managed to save the SD card or hard drive or whatever, so that she could share it after the fact. And then there was another one she had that she needed to destroy it. She literally used her teeth to smash it up. She was tortured, beaten daily. She had lost so much weight that her daughter didn't even recognize her when she was finally swapped for another prisoner. So I tell you, she is as tough as they come. They were actually trying to decide whether or not to make an example out of her. And that's how close things had got. So that's why I say it was a long trip to get to the White House that day. But if you want to know where she is back volunteering. She is back in the trenches, if you will. Now, excuse me. And with that, you guys, I think I am just about done. Yes, I am just about done. Just gonna mention a couple of things about the Sussexes. As you know, very soon Harry is going to the Whale Child, and then he and the Duchess of Sussex eventually will reunite over at the Invictus Games. Harry will be there first, and then, of course, the Duchess of Sussex will join later, and she's actually going to do a speech or something, introduce Harry. The president of Germany will be there, as well as Harry has it. I think it's on the 7th. No, it's not the 7th. I don't know what day it is. But Harry is going to, don't forget, he's going to appear on German television. Also, do make sure that you all are subscribed to the Invictus channel on YouTube. It's hard to believe, but they don't have that many subscribers. They really don't, and they really should. I mean, there should be far more people subscribed than there is. I mean, the amount of videos that they're putting out, and there's only a handful of people in comparison. So please do that. Good morning, Duchess of Success, and thanks for checking in with us. Thanks for checking in with all your aunties and uncles. You know how we are. We want to make sure that you're safe. So thanks for checking in. Because, of course, the first thing I did this morning was I went to see if she was scheduled. I'm like, now, where is she at? Where is she at? So it's good to know you're safe. And, of course, if I don't see she's scheduled, then I go to the community tab. Did she say she's not doing a video today? Huh. So this is even better. Since just so long as we know. So since we know, we know. I wasn't too hard on her, was I? Okay, so anyway, that's what's coming up. Remember, the Invictus game is on the 9th until the 16th. I forgot what day the interview and the what is it? The well child is on the 7th, right? I think the well child is on the 7th. So, and they usually post the video online, the ceremony online. So, I think you can go to their website or someplace they have it live, but we'll find out and we'll announce it when the time comes. So with that, you guys, thank you very much, and thank you, moderators, for keeping this a safe space as per usual. Let me see what else do I have. Oh, this guy, just so proud of him. I really am. I am so proud of him, and I am equally proud of the Duchess of Sussex for giving him the room to do what he needs to do. And just, I love the fact that they are so strong together, and they're so strong when they are out doing things away from each other. Even though the narrative is so weird in the other direction, we know the truth. And that is, alone or together, they command the room, they own the space. So, cheers for that. All right. And of course, executive producer, His Royal Highness Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. Remember that I had this thumbnail from the Me You Can't See, and I decided to repurpose it for this video because I love saying executive producer. And he is an executive producer. And by the way, did I tell you guys that Harry is an executive producer? As well as the Duchess of Sussex, they're producers, So they produce stuff, entertainment, documentaries, and such. That's what they do. They're producers in Hollywood, away from the royal family. Or as I like to say, what Edward wanted to do. Poor Edward. But yeah, so there you go. Anyway, thank you, everyone. I think I want to close with a video tonight. Let me see, which one should we watch? Give me an idea. What should we watch? Something that I can close with. And anyway, you guys, I'm done. So go ahead and get your sleep on. Don't stay up too late. Thank you so much, Elaine Parker, for spending the time with us. I'm thinking. Now, I had something in mind earlier from the Invictus last time, but now I can't think of which one it was. Well, let me see. No. Gosh darn it, I can't. Well, anyway, let me just go take a look. Maybe if I can look at the files, that will refresh my tea. What did it say, Invictus? Invictus. It was one of the ones from the Invictus games. No, that's not it. It will come to me. But anyway, good night, you guys. Thanks for coming. Oh, you know what? I was spelling it wrong. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay. I at least need to start with Invictus, which means I need to at least spell it right. Okay. Oh, I know which one. No, I showed that one already. I was thinking the King of the Netherlands, but we did that one already. So let me find something else. Okay. I think I've done that one already. We did the white suit. We had that one. We did the Invictus sign. What about Joel and his son? Well, let's do that one again anyway. Let's go with Joel and his son. Or do I want to do that one? Yeah, I'll do Joel. Okay. If I can find it. Oh, no. You know what? I just saw it, so there's no way I cannot find it. That one is curtsy. Oh, there we go. Got it. Got it.
As soon as he saw you, first time he saw me was, "Can I see the princess?" And I was like, "Okay, well, I get that a lot now." Do you? And it's like, "Hi, nice to see you. Where's your wife?"
That's exactly what.
Okay, fine.
He's like, "Hi, can I see the princess?"
I'm really sorry, she's not here right now. Can you leave a message?
And then he was like, "Okay." He just went out. You're like, "Want to play with his toys?"
How does it feel to be second banana?
It's always a tricky one with kids as well.
I know.
The kids is like, "Hey, where's your crown and cape?" It's like, we don't actually have that, but
thank you. There you go. There you go. Joelle, thank you, honey. That was great.
You remember what my son said to you?
What?
All right, Kieran, congratulations on your wedding. Sorry, were you going to be best man or not?
I was going to be an usher, yeah.
Just an usher, not the best man.
The better man.
Awkward. Anyway, congratulations. Sorry he couldn't be there with you, but he's here instead. He was eating herring yesterday, or the day before.
Let's not talk about that. It was yesterday, yeah.
Anyway, congratulations. Hope she's home.
It's not going to take a long time before I... You're slower than me. I'm doomed.
We're having the same barber, I guess.
False bird nest.
De haarlijnen zijn besproken.
Oh, okay. Let's see. The Greennicks, thank you so much for 19 months membership. Well, that video was kind of short. Let me see if I got something else. I think that was short. That was too short. Something Invictus to get us in the mood. Okay, let me see here. That's the flag, right? That is that one. Okay, let me see here. Highlight. Is this the one I had that was the longer one?
I admire Prince Harry a lot. For him to be using his name to put attention to these games, I think it's really respectable. He's very genuine, and you can tell that he takes this cause at heart. I admire Prince Harry a lot. For him to be using his name to put attention to these games, I think it's really respectable. He's very genuine, and you can tell that he takes this cause at heart.
Thanks, Sarah Turner.
I admire Prince Harry.
Okay, there we go.
I'm U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Sean Reynolds, part of Team U.S. Invictus. Looking forward to see everybody in the Hague. Good luck to all the participants. Looking forward to bring home gold.
Find that way, well, I thought he was Baby Lily. Waar was dat?
Het is wel raar. Ja.
Waar was de naam? Clara.
Gaat er niet die baby mee naar beneden? Oh, niet die baby. Nee. Wordt het een baby? Maar dit kind is toch veel ouder? Voor mij ook. Het is een half jaar geleden geboren. Het is een heel jong babytje. Als je het zo ziet. Op dat mijn terrein is dat niet meer.
Oh fuck, ja hoor. Ja hoor, ja hoor. Oh fuck, oh fuck.
It is my distinguished honor to introduce someone that I think you'll all be very excited to hear from. He has also spent many late nights and early mornings planning for these games to make them as perfect as possible for each of you. I could not love and respect him more, and I know that all of you feel the same, because he is your fellow veteran, having served 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan and 10 years of military service. He's the founder of the Invictus Games and the father to our 2 little ones, Archie and Lily. Please welcome my incredible husband, Prince Harry of the Duke of Sussex.
How are we doing? Hi, nice to see you. I'm going to see you tonight. Yes. We'll see you backstage.
Yes.
Are you enjoying yourselves? Yeah. Yes, I saw your little video the other day. You running up and down the track. Well done. Keep busy. See you later.
Okay, see you
Yes,
later.
bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.
And he mentioned to them that he was going to see them later. Well, that was because they had an interview.
What is your wish for Archie and Lilibet?
To grow up in a better world. To grow up in a fairer world, a safer world, a more equal world. It's not going to be easy, but I will never, ever, ever rest until I, as a parent, have tried to at least tried to make the world a better place for them. Because it is our responsibility that the world is the way that it is now. And I don't think that we should be bringing children into the world unless we are going to make that commitment to make it better for them. We cannot steal your future.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hi, Soraya. Sending big hellos and lots of thanks for your dad being here. He's going to have a great week.
That's it for now. Please like, subscribe, share, donate, etc. If you would like to make a donation and you don't know how to. Yeah. Thank you so much, Elaine Parker and Mystery Person Cash App. Let me see. Judy, Lynn, the Venmo, and Greenix 19 months, and Sarah Turner 19 months. Wow. Well, thank you very much, everyone. And as usual, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Oh, how did I do that? Let me take that off there. Okay. Well, thanks for sticking around and watching, you guys. I love to do that. And I guess at some point, maybe we'll do the one from, well, at least before the games. We'll watch the one again where they did the 1 year countdown to the Invictus games. I like watching that. It's like movie night. Let me see. And as always, we always finish with our queens. Let me see. Oh, you know what? I'm going the wrong place for that. I mean, there's that queen, but let's see. We're talking about the grandmothers. Lily and Archie's grandmothers. There we go. Our queen in heaven and our queen of just about everything I could think of. Okay. And of course, back to the executive producer. I tell you, I'm so proud of Harry. I'm very proud of him. He has been taking care of his business. You know, instead of celebrating him as a very hardworking individual, he has the tabloid media and all the rest of the haters trying to tear down everything that he's doing. But in spite of that, he just keeps on keeping on. I really admire that. Really, really admire that. Okay. All right, just looking. Oh, thank you so much, Louise. Thank you. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Well, let's Ginger Avenger ourselves out of here, and I will see you all tomorrow. Love you guys. Good night. Oh, the last word of the day. Almost forgot the last word. I knew it was something. Oh, let me see the last word. There we go. Oh, snap. I'm so late. Hi, how's everyone? Well, that looks like a closing to me. You had me at all snap. Okay. There we go. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. I love saying that. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex.